Welcome, my friend. Today, you are not just reading a story. You are opening a door to courage, failure, patience, and unbreakable hope. This is a story for English learners, written in clear and simple language, but its message is powerful enough to stay with you for life. As you read, relax your mind, imagine the scenes, and let the words guide you step by step. This is the life story of a man who was ignored, laughed at, defeated many times, and yet became one of the strongest voices in world history. His name was Winston Churchill. Before we begin the journey, let me ask you something. What do you do when life pushes you down again and again? Do you stop trying, or do you stand up one more time? Winston Churchill's life is full of mistakes, dark days, and painful failures, but also full of courage and belief. This story will make you curious, because the boy who failed at school later led a nation during its darkest hour. How did that happen? How did a man with so many weaknesses become a symbol of strength? Let us begin and find out. Winston Leonard Spencer Churchill was born in 1874 in England into a famous and wealthy family. His father was a strong politician, and his mother was an American socialite. From the outside, people thought Winston would have a perfect life. But inside, his childhood was lonely and difficult. His parents were often busy, and young Winston felt ignored. He struggled in school and did not do well in exams. Teachers thought he was slow and careless. Even his father believed Winston would never become successful. At school, Winston failed many subjects and had trouble following rules. He was not good at memorizing lessons, and he often felt angry and frustrated. Other students laughed at him, and some teachers punished him harshly. But Winston had something special inside him. He loved reading books, especially history and stories of heroes. He also loved using words. Writing and speaking gave him comfort. Even when people doubted him, a quiet fire was growing inside his heart. After many failures, Winston finally entered a military school, but only after trying several times. This taught him an important lesson. Success does not come easily, but effort matters. He joined the army and traveled to different countries as a soldier and war reporter. In places like India, Sudan, and South Africa, he saw danger, fear, and death. These experiences changed him deeply. He learned how fragile life was and how important courage could be in difficult moments. During one war mission in South Africa, Winston was captured and became a prisoner. Many people thought his story was finished. But Winston did something unbelievable. He escaped from prison. He traveled secretly for days, hungry and afraid, until he reached safety. This escape made him famous in England. People began to see him as brave and clever. For the first time, Winston felt that his life might have a bigger purpose. Soon after, Winston entered politics. He became a member of Parliament at a young age. At first, he spoke with confidence and strong opinions. But politics was not easy. He changed political parties, made enemies, and took risky decisions. Some of his ideas failed badly. One military plan during World War I ended in disaster, and many soldiers died. People blamed Winston, and his career fell apart. He lost his position and respect. This period was one of the darkest times in Winston Churchill's life. He felt ashamed, depressed, and broken. He stayed away from politics for many years. During this time, he painted pictures, wrote books, and spent time alone. Many people thought he was finished. Newspapers called him a failure. But Winston did not give up. He kept studying history and watching the world carefully. Quietly, he was preparing himself for the future. Then came World War II, and everything changed. A dangerous man named Adolf Hitler was rising in Germany, and Europe was in great danger. Many leaders wanted peace at any cost, but Winston warned them. He said war was coming and England must be strong. At first, nobody listened to him. But when war finally began and things went wrong, the country remembered Winston Churchill. In 1940, when England was scared and weak, Winston Churchill became Prime Minister. The situation was terrible. Enemy planes were bombing cities, people were dying, and hope was fading. Many thought England would lose the war. But Winston stood up and spoke to the nation. His words were simple but powerful. He did not promise comfort or easy victory. He promised blood, toil, tears, and sweat. And somehow, people believed him. Churchill's speeches gave people courage. When bombs fell from the sky, his voice gave strength. When fear entered their hearts, his words brought hope. He reminded the nation that freedom was worth fighting for. He worked day and night, often sleeping very little. He visited bombed areas, talked to soldiers, and refused to surrender. His confidence became the confidence of the whole country. The war was long and painful, but in the end, the enemy was defeated. England survived, and Europe was saved from darkness. Winston Churchill became a hero around the world. But his story did not end with victory. After the war, he surprisingly lost an election and was removed from office. Once again, he faced rejection. But this time, he accepted it with calm. He continued writing and speaking, and later, he became Prime Minister again. Winston Churchill lived a long life full of ups and downs. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature for his writing and speeches. He made mistakes, faced criticism, and struggled with sadness. But he never stopped believing in effort, courage, and words. He once said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." His life proved this message again and again. So, my friend, as you finish this story, remember Winston Churchill not as a perfect man, but as a real human being. He failed many times, but he stood up every time. His life teaches us that learning English, improving yourself, and chasing your dreams all take time and patience. Keep going, keep reading, keep believing, just like Winston Churchill did.